Hello Techie, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tech Solution. I want to teach you the Python as the faster way as possible and more practical way. Now before we get started, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on the notification by clicking on the bell icon. If you watch my last video, basically I tried to cover what is class and how we are going to create an object, add a properties, methods, all of them. Today is also I am going to cover the very important topic, inheritance. In the inheritance, allow us to define a class that inherits all the methods and properties from another class. Okay, we have two classes like that, parent class and child class. Parent class is the class being inherit from all called base class, and child class the class that inherit from another class also called derived class. Okay, now I am going to create a parent class inheritance. Okay, in the parent class is same like a class that we covered in the last video. Okay, let's create a class person. I'm going to create class. Okay, and in this one definition init, if you remember I covered in the last video default constructor of a class, first name, last name. Okay, and then self dot first name equal to f name, self dot last name equal to last name. Okay, and we are going to print name. For that I am going to create a method print name. Okay, and that's basically print my first name is f name and self dot f name, and my last name is space for better readability, self dot last name. Okay, this is clear. Now I am going to create an object of a parent class. How we are going to create person, right, and we are going to pass the parameter with first name and last name, John Shino. Okay, see, in the default constructor basically is taking two parameters, first name and last name, right? If you are going to pass only one parameter, then it will give a error. Let's run it and see. Right, in it missing one required argument, positional argument L name, right? We have to pass two parameters, John Cena. And now I am going to print, use the call print name method, x dot print name. Okay, let's run it. Okay, my first name is John, my last name is Sino. If you are going to give space here also, then it will better readability. Okay, this is clear now. Now I am going to create a child class. Okay, basically a child class, to create a child class that inherit the functionality from another class. Another class means base class, your parent class. Okay, send the parent class as a parameter when creating the child class. Okay, how we are going to create a child class? Class is like a student. Then we have to pass the parameter of a parent class, parent and pass. Okay, to use the pass keyword when you don't want to add any other property or matter to the student class. Okay, now the student class has the same properties and method as the parent class. Parent class means person. Okay, this is parent class and this is child class. Okay, now the student have same properties and method of the person class. Okay, now I am going to create a child class, create an object of child class. Now let's comment and create a student of the parent of the child class and pass Mike Olson. Okay, now I'm going to call the method print name. What will happen? All the methods of the person, right? Parent class, that will the same as a child class also. That's why we are able to create an object of student. Okay, that will pass the two parameter, first name and last name, and using the print name to print the my first name is Mike and the last name is Olson. Let's run it. Okay, my first name is Mike and my last name is Olson. This is clear now. Now I am going to add the init function. So far we have created a child class that inherits the properties and methods from its parent. We want to add the init function to the child class instead of pass keyword. Okay. The init function is called automatically every time the class is being used to create a new objects. Okay. We can use here also to create the init function. Okay, and add the properties here, add the method here. Okay, we can use you can add the init function in child class will no longer inherit the parent init function. When you are going to add the init function here, right, then is no longer to inherit this init function. Okay, now to keep the inheritance of the parents init function, add a call to parents init function. So now what will happen, the init function is basically created for the student only. Now you always want to inherit the person init function, then what we have to use, we have to use person.init. Okay, let's remove this one. Use first name, last name. This is very important. And person. Okay. Dot init self, first name, last name. Then what will happen? The student class, right? Student child class basically always inherit the person parent class because we are used person here, right? Now if you are going to run once again, then it will print the same. Right, my first name is Mike, my last name is Olson. It is always called this init function, parent init function. Okay, this is clear now. Now we are going to show you super function. Python also has a super function that will make the child class inherit all the methods and properties from its parent. Okay, just like that. Let's remove this one. Create class student and pass the person colon and we'll define init. Okay, and self first name comma last name. Okay, colon super keyword. Now I'm going to show you super keyword. Child class super. Okay, and super dot init self first name comma last name. Okay, now if you are going to run the same student creating an object. Okay, student creating a child class object. Okay, now if you are going to create a student Mike and Olson, it will just same like that. Super is basically again the person is going to inherit in the students, and it will call creating an object of this one, and then he is going to print my first name is Mike and second name is last name is Olson. Let's run it. Okay, what he's saying? He's saying take 3 positional arguments, but 4 were given. Move the self here. Okay, now run it. Okay, my first name is Mike and my last name is Olson. Okay, this is clear now. Now we are going to add a properties into the student class. Let's see. Now if we are going to enter self dot graduation year to 2020. Okay, now what will happen? Let's create an object of a student class. Okay, and then pass these values Mike, Sheena. Okay, and now I'm going to print this value, print name. Okay, now what will happen? It will print the same. My first name is Mike, my last name is Sheena. Let's run it. Okay, my first name is Mike, my last name is Sheena. Okay, now if you are going to access graduation year, what we have to do? We have to directly use the x dot graduation year. Okay, now run it. Then what will print? It will 2020. Okay, let's run it. Okay, my first name is Mike, my last name is Sheena, and it will print x dot graduation year is 2020. Okay, this is clear now. In this example, in the year 2020, right, should be a variable also, right? Then what we have to do? We have to pass one more variable here, year. Okay, and we are going to set it, pass it one more year here, and going to, instead of 220, we have to use year. Okay, then what will happen now? If you are going to create an student, create an object of a student, what we have to pass just like a Keely, Lena, and year also. Okay, just like a 2020. Okay, now if you want to print, okay, let's run it. Okay, now it's fine, right? Now if you are going to access this graduation year, what we have to do? We have to use only print x dot graduation year, right? Let's run it. What will happen? It will print my first name is Keely, my last name is Lena, and graduation year is x dot graduation year is 2020. Let's run it. Right, 2020. Right, now if you are going to print this one, what we have to do? We have to use x dot print name. Okay, and then if you are going to run, what will happen? It will print my first name is Keely, my last name is Lena, and after that it will x dot print name. This will call this method, and x dot graduation year will print 2020. Okay, let's run it. Okay, my first name is Keely, my last name is Lena, and 2020. Right, this is clear now. Now I am going to add a method into the class. Okay, child class, define one more welcome. Okay, and passing save, enter, print welcome self dot first name, self dot last name to the class of self dot graduation year. Okay, now if you are going to print this one, what we have to do? Already that we okay, let's remove this one, create for once again student. Okay, and passing the parameter like a Keeler, take, and 2020. What will happen? It will okay, this is creating an object, right? Creating an object of a student. Okay, now if we are going to print welcome Keeler, take to the class of 2020, what we have to do? We have to call this welcome methods. Okay, then it will print welcome Keeler, take, and 2020 to the class of 2020. Let's run it. Right, welcome Keeler, take to the class of 2020. But if you want to print this one, then what we have to do? We have to use x dot print name. Okay, then what it will print? My first name is Keeler and my last name is take. Okay, my first name is Keeler, my last name is take. Okay, this is clear now. Now we'll go with one final example that we clear all of them one by one, parent and child class. Okay, let's create a parent class and parent attribute. Okay, equal to 100. Okay, now we are going to define init and this will say print calling parent constructor. Okay, now what we are going to define another method, set attribute. Okay, what it will do, it will set the parent attribute, parent attribute equal to attribute. Okay, you have to pass the parameter here to set the, if you don't want to parent attribute 100, then what we have to set the value of attribute. Okay, this is second method of the parent class. Okay, now when we are going to get the attribute, get attribute. Okay, what we have to do, we have to print parent attribute plus parent dot parent attribute. Okay, now I'm going to create the child class child. Okay, I'm going to define it self and then print child calling child constructor. Okay, now defining child method. Okay, now print calling child method. Okay, this is parent class, this is child class. You have to pass parent attribute here. Okay, now I will give you the one by one all the step how we are going to call parent and childs. Okay, so fine, I am going to create the child constructor here. Okay, creating an object of child. Okay, child create object. Okay, now I am going to call child methods. Okay, now if you are going to call child method, what will it will print calling child method. Here it will print calling child method. Okay, now I am going to call parent method. You have to create parent method. Print calling parent method. Okay, now this will call parent method. Okay, calling, it will print calling parent method. Okay, now I am going to set the attribute. Okay, set the attribute 200. What will happen, again it call the parent method and will set the attribute, instead of 100 it will set 200. Okay, now I am going to get the attribute. To get the attribute, c dot get attribute. Okay, what will happen here, it will first creating the child object, then calling child method, means it will be calling child method. Okay, before that when you are going to set this one, right, it will call by default this one, right. Then when you are going to create an object, child object, it will print calling child constructor. Okay, calling child constructor. Okay, and then it is going to print child method, calling child method, right. Then it will call parent method, then it will calling parent method, right. Then it will set the attribute of parent using set1 parent dot parent attribute. Then the set attribute value with parent attribute value will be 200. Now it will print parent attribute 200 using the get attribute. Okay, it will print here parent attribute 200. Okay, let's run it and see the results. Right, now first what it will print, it will print calling child constructor. Okay, right, calling child constructor, then calling child method. Okay, then calling parent method. Okay, then set the attribute 200, right? From here, set attribute. Then it will call get attribute. Then it will be parent attribute 200, right? This is clear now. For today, that's it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I am going to post more and more video on daily basis. So if you want to watch my video in future, just subscribe it below bell icon with all. He will notify you when my new video will come. And please don't forget to like and share. We will meet once again in new video with new topic. Thank you.